Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Matt with Green Bar Trading. So, we saw some nice action in the after hours session. I don't only trade pre market, I don't only trade during the regular session, I also trade after hours. So, when I'm part time trading, like this whole channel is about, even though I'm taking trades just about every day, there's different times of the day where I'm going to be able to trade. So sometimes I'm here in the morning, sometimes I'm here during the day, and sometimes I'm here in the after hours. And if I see something moving, I take advantage of it. And that's exactly what we did with PROG. So PROG. This has been a stock that has seen a lot of retail interest. So knowing that, seeing what happened, going into the closing bell, this is very typical. And if we just bring this back a little bit so we can see where we were coming from, there's a very clear trend line here going back to 11:30 in the morning. Very clear. Just perfect. A very nice pattern here. And this is what I trade. I trade technically. I'm a technical day trader. So going into after hours, it was setting up right here for a perfect flat top breakout. And that's what I prepared for, taking profit into resistance. Okay. I don't just hope that something breaks out. A lot of times I'll take my initial profit, before the actual breakout, because a lot of times, how are you going to know if it's going to break out there? Well, it didn't here. The reason why this 515 is even on my screen to begin with is from previous days. 515 is a level that I had here. You can see here, this is a very clear level of resistance. This is technicals. These are technical levels on the daily chart that I already had in from previous, gapping up. So anytime a stock comes onto my pre-market list, whether this was back in early October, I don't remember exactly when, I'll go over to the daily chart and I'll put this stuff in. It comes in handy when you see something like this. It just so happens that during the trading day, it got up to just about that 515, just about that 515 right here before the close, and then again in after hours. So seeing that, this was setting up very nice, knowing the stock, knowing that there's a lot of eyes on it and a lot of people pumping this stock. Well, there was a good chance that there was other people that were witnessing this beautiful green trend line. Now, if we extend it, like I usually will, you can see here, currently at this moment right now, it bounced off of this same trend line. So these trend lines are going to be really, really important in your day trading. That's one thing that I have to say. If you don't know, how to do technical analysis, then you really probably should learn that before your day trading, because this is what traders are looking at. This is called a flat top breakout. The break is going to be this level here, about, 508, 513 to 515. That's the area of the breakout that if we break, right, we break it, we retest it, and then we go even higher. That's why I held a quarter, excuse me, I held a quarter of my position to really try to squeeze this the most profit out that I could. Now, 2,000 shares down here. If I sold 2,000 shares up here, how come you didn't just sell up here? It's impossible to know how high these are going to go. It's really impossible to know. And then if I didn't, we went down to 508 again. So we're just taking scalps. We're trading this. We're not holding and hoping that this thing hits, $12. Now, that's absolutely something that you can do if you're swing trading these. You can hold them and swing them for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is, but you'll have a plan going in. My plan is scalp trading. My plan is day trading. My plan is taking advantage of a pattern that is right in front of me and wanting to get in and out, in this case, before dinner time. That's it. So we saw the move. It was nice. 2,000 shares, $176. Just identifying the pattern. And, I have my post market movers here on my watch list. So that's all I was looking at. I saw PROG. I saw the volume at 350 million shares. With a high float, it's still okay because that is a lot of attention on this stock. And that's what I like to do. Momentum trading, you want a lot of volume. So that's what we got right here. This is pretty textbook as far as a breakout. I could have been a little more patient, but seeing that when I bought it, it didn't break that 5. It didn't, hold up. I kind of, was more willing to play defense right off of the bat. And then once I saw the bids just lining up and the big buy orders, that made it a little easier, holding that quarter of the position to really, maximize this trade. That's what I like to do. Go in big and then scale out. So that's, like I said, 2,000 shares, $176. Not a bad trade. There was something else coming up here. I'm just going to move this over. So CEMI was popping up on my post-market scanner. I almost jumped in that. And I just want to show you guys why I didn't jump into this. This started ripping up basically when I was watching it. And I'm sorry, I should really have my indicators on. I should have had my indicators on for going over that. Anyway, so this ripped up and then came back down. I was watching it this whole time. I wanted to see if we were going to see continuation. We started to push up here and didn't hold. I took my hands off. I said, this is not the stock. I looked at the daily chart. I didn't like the daily chart. I didn't like what I was seeing. Even though this had a good catalyst, it just sold off. So I went and I looked at other things. And that's when I found this one, like I just showed you guys. And this is just a very, very nice setup. It is really, really doing well with this trend line. So, you can see here very clearly how technical analysis will work out very well. Now, it doesn't always have to work, okay? It doesn't always have to bounce off the trend line. I like to watch level 2. I like to watch volume. I want to see those big orders coming in. Once I start to see those big bids coming through, that's when I know we're about to really push up. And that's exactly what happened right here. You can see these really big green candles. And that's it. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this quick breakdown. Video is going to be out a little bit later tonight. Hit the thumbs up for the video. And if you have any questions, leave them down below.